obviously, what an appropriate name. It just struck me yesterday what they're really trying to reinforce and make you understand is you don't need to look elsewhere for that stimulus or that catalyst in your life. It's in you, and that's what I've learned. You know, that's what they try and give you the confidence and the means to discover within you. I suppose that was my initial thought, really. I thought it was more sort of a crash course on getting reconnected with nature. But then, obviously after that first session, that went out the window as I realised, no, this is about me here.
It's almost like this is what we've been told what our life is going to be like, and I guess it's telling you to take a step back and actually rethink.
Because it's sort of like you've sort of been told like the best thing for you to do is do your A-levels. Best thing for you to do is go to university.
And then the university push your career
and
all at you.
Yeah, as soon as you get to university, it's all about what career are you going to do, improve your job prospects straight away so that you can get the tough job. And then perhaps you don't want that.
A couple of weeks ago I was imagining if I went down like investment banking route, like where I'd be in 10 years time, and I couldn't see anybody else in it. I could only see myself. Quite honestly. I don't want to die with regrets, really. That's one of my biggest fears in life, actually. Just the image of me just on my deathbed, just thinking, what if, why didn't I do that? Why has my time run out? Why haven't I done all the things I could have done?
I guess what I'm sort of really looking towards is because I didn't like the way that my life was going for, most of this year.
But then I lie in bed at night thinking there must be more. There must be more to this than I don't want to be in a job when I'm 50 and think that, oh, I've wasted my life.
That's at the heart of our approach, is that we stand with people on a journey.
It's not that I invite people on the program and say, hey, this is what you need to learn, this is your learning journey. I'm myself on that journey, and everyone, all the facilitators are. And if they wouldn't be, then it wouldn't be authentic.
And we can all learn from each other, and I'm not going to be telling you what to do with your life. You're the only one who knows the answer to that question.
You're pushed to push yourself, I think. You're not just pushed. At the end of the day, you don't feel like someone else you only did it because someone else told you to. You feel like you did it because you wanted to. And I think that's quite special.
First, we have to take responsibility and to say that, actually, this is down to me. Secondly, we have to become aware. And then that creates enormous potential and possibility. And in that place, we have choices we didn't know existed before.
To do that, you need to go on a journey of exploration and to be willing to really look at yourself, what you care about, your strengths, but also your weaknesses, what is holding you back, and vision for yourself and for the world, the future you would like to see.
I guess it's just wonderful how to come into such a non-judgmental, because everybody here is not judgmental at all.
No.
I didn't realise how much of a yearning I had in me to be connected with nature, really. It really does feel like a piece of my soul or something like that has been filled in now, just from understanding you're part of a greater thing here than what you're actually told or taught.
We need to become leaders, but not necessarily leaders for others, but leaders of ourselves.
Leaders, as we define them, someone who's brave enough to act on what they know to be true, we consider to be a leader. Somebody who's brave enough to act on what they know to be true.
I'd sometimes struggle to find the words. They didn't feel right, or they didn't feel like mine. They weren't mine to say. Whereas now, I've just got such a nice sort of waterfall feeling constantly over my brain, just into my mouth.
It's quite interesting, the space of just a few days. My mindset back then is so totally different than how it is now.
It's completely thrown everything wide open for me. I really feel like I'm starting to take that first sort of step. And I think that's the main point of this programme. It's not to start your journey and then complete it by the Friday. It is just the first steps for the rest of your life, effectively.
You know all the stuff that is happening in the world. And you know how the world could be and should be. And standing up for that belief and standing up for the belief of how it should be, that's really a challenge, an adventure.
Catalyst provides this really important opportunity before looking at where am I going to aim myself in this world and how can I make the greatest impact? How can I use what I've got to best effect?
That's our big question. All you have to do is to decide how you will use the time that you've been given. I love that. In other words, it's in your hands.
And why is that important? Well, if you're in the game, you might as well play. You could sit on the sidelines, you could say what's the point, but what's the point of doing that? The game is on, you might as well play, and in my view, if you're going to play, you might as well play magnificently.
And you can be the stimulus for others, and by leading by example and just acting upon your heart and what you really feel and think, can be a catalyst for others. And it just struck me what an appropriate name. You couldn't think of it any other way. It sums up what it's all about really so well.